In the xy coordinate plane, the slope of line L is 3 over 4. Does line L pass through the point negative 2/3, comma, 1/2? So we are looking to get an equation in the form of y equals mx plus b, and really what we are looking for is we are looking for our two constants, because if we have our two constants in this equation, then we can determine if our line passes through any point. So what are those two constants? That's our m and our b, which is our slope and our y-intercept. And so from our prompt, it looks like they already give us our slope. And so we have an equation where we're already halfway there, and really we just need our b if we want to be able to determine if L passes through this point. And from just glancing at my statements, I can already tell you the answer to this question is D, because I can see both of my statements really giving me sort of the same information. They give me a point, and I can plug that point in, my x coordinate for x and my y coordinate in for y, and then I can use that to solve for b. And then once I have my slope and my y-intercept, I can then determine any point that my line, if my line passes through any point or doesn't pass through any point. And so let's actually solve these statements. But if I was taking an actual test, I would be done. This would be a 10-second problem. So statement 1 says line L passes through the point 4, 4. So they're saying when x is equal to 4, y is equal to 4. So I got to plug 4 in for each of those values. So 4 is equal to 3 over 4 times 4 plus a b, and I should be able to solve for b here. And so this crosses out, and so here we get b is equal to 1, and so my equation is now y is equal to 3/4 x plus 1. And so if I want to know if my line passes through this point here, this is saying when x is equal to negative 2/3, is y equal to 1/2? And so let's see if that is true. So plug in 2/3 for x. What does that give us? And so y is equal to negative 2/4 plus 1, which is 1/2. And so this is sufficient to say yes. Again, it didn't matter because we already knew it was sufficient. We didn't know if it was sufficient to say yes or sufficient to say no before. But now we know it's sufficient to say yes. And therefore, statement 2 should confirm this fact. Let's see if it actually does. And so here it says line L passes through the point negative 4, negative 2. And so we are saying when x is equal to negative 4, y is equal to negative 2. So we should have negative 2 is equal to 3/4 times our x, which is negative 4, plus b. So here, this cancels out, and this leaves with a negative 1 here. So we get negative 2 is equal to negative 3 plus b. And again, b is equal to 1. So we are left with the same equation. Y is equal to 3/4 x plus 1. And so we don't need to plug in our coordinates here again. The fact that we got the same equation, or the same y-intercept, on each of our two statements shows that they are both sufficient to say yes. But again, you should be able to see this just by sort of glancing at the statement. If you understand how linear equations, and specifically y equals mx plus b format, works. Easy problem.